Yo! So, I just finished watching the movie Independence Day: Resurgence, and I don't know what to say about it. Besides besides these three thoughts that I just formulated by the end of the movie, that's just all I want to think about and just say. The first movie was such a great movie, right? I guess it's not a masterpiece, right? Because there's some that really try to really make sure that people know that's not a masterpiece. I loved it. I loved the film, the first one. But this sequel, or I don't even know why even make a sequel. Like the three things I'm thinking about, or thoughts, or ideas, right? It's as if the director, which it's the original director from the first movie, I believe it's Roland Emmerich, something like that. It's as if, right, he hasn't filmed any movie since the very first one. And I know he's filmed like other movies, like I think White House Down, The Day After Tomorrow. I mean, he just bear with me. He's directed movies, but let's just imagine, pretend for one moment that he has never directed any movies since that moment, right? 20 years later, right? Hollywood producers say, "Oh, hey, yo, would you like to make a sequel or would you like to make a movie now?" And then he says, "Sure." And you know what? Let me make a sequel of the movie Independence Day. What do you say about that? And then I guess a lot of producers say, "Oh, hey, why not?" Because it was a critically acclaimed, or not critically acclaimed, but pretty high up there in terms of, it won some awards, in terms of storytelling or like visuals. It wasn't the best, it wasn't like standard, like high up there, but it was, definitely was higher than a lot of movies that came up, I think 96, 98 of the first movie. So imagine if the director for 20 years has not directed anything, but he just continued, but he just watches movies, action movies, and then what do you get? You get Independence Day: Resurgence. Fucking wow. Like, it's pretty obvious. I didn't feel. I didn't feel the way I wanted to feel. That's a pretty stupid claim, but let me finish. Oh my god, man! It's not a bad movie, but far from a great or good movie, man. Far from it. At least in my taste. Oh my god! Especially. Let me clarify. Imagine the director hasn't filmed anything for 20 years. What you get is Resurgence, Independence Day: Resurgence, which is him filming after 20 years. And then, oh my god. Here's the thing. The second idea, the second point, because I'm not even going to finish my first point. You get it, you don't. I'm pretty irritated. The second idea, or second thought to myself, or the second thing I was thinking to myself was that how saddening that he tried to copy like the first storytelling structure he had for the first film, right? The sense of like calmness, right? And then despair, right? Just how things and how like characters are going through despair. So the first movie did a fantastic job of feeling despair, right? What this movie does that offends me is that the director amateurly tries to copy his first structure, his storytelling structure, but just quickly goes to point, trying to go from, oh hey, despair, oh hey, we're trying to find there's a point where we characters find a solution, let's quickly go to that, and that's what you get, man. there's no, he doesn't sustain emotions, that tone like that he did on the first movie, which I'm not saying that copying storytelling structure is a bad thing. Star Wars Force Awakens, many people argue, and even I myself, I would argue too, that basically it really does copy A New Hope. Force Awakens copies A New Hope structure. Copies / I don't know, borrows, if not a lot of borrowing of structure. But it does it well, because end of the day, I mean, you feel for the characters, right? This fucking movie, man. Oh my god, man. I don't know, man. It tries to copy its structure, but fails to really sustain and make audience feel like the way they did in the first movie. Just one go, man. Just I don't want to put more thought to it about it, man. Like, everyone has different opinions, right? People are gonna find this enjoying, I guess, right? I'm pretty sad. I don't know if I should make an additional video that kind of further, in a more mannered way of describing my thoughts and really arguing why this movie is just not that good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not, wow, disappointing, really. Wow. It's like 1:30 and I can't sleep. I don't know what to do with, like, I really want to tackle this, man. I don't have a Twitter account, but I want to make a Twitter account just so that if the director has his movie, I just want to personally just tweet him, or like, I don't know what do you call it. Fucking, I don't even have a smartphone. I have this phone. I want to have Twitter. I want to message the guy. I want to say, like, wow, you offended me making this film. How dare you? Like, anyways, the third point that I was thinking about is this movie really is just a draft of what could have been. This is a first draft, right? There's interesting plots in terms of the story that is intriguing, but fucking how characterization was done, how certain plots was like folding or unfolding, it was just a mess, man. Like, the third point that I want to describe is how this fucking movie, how did this not go through revisions, man? Did the head of studios actually approve of this? Like, what just happened? There was an article saying how there was like a lack of, this movie wasn't slated to be released on July 4th for a reason, right? It was released June 23rd. I think today is June 24th. I don't know, June 24th, but not July 4th. You know why? Because this movie does not deserve to be released on July 4th. It doesn't. Oh my god. I'll post a link to the description below. I'll post a link in the description below. I can't even talk, right? Regarding this interesting point about how it wasn't released on July 4th for a reason, which, damage control? I think so. I don't know. People are gonna like it. People, if this video gets a lot of dislikes, so be it. And it wasn't even 4 views. This is just my personal opinion. I'm pretty sad, man. I don't know what to say. Like, this is just my 3 thoughts. But so just to kind of like recap, first thought, or I guess I'll go backwards just because I kind of forgot my first point. My third point was the question of, of there not being revisions, like, because this is just this movie is just a first draft of what it could have been. Oh, better than okay. The second point is the copying of, and the failed attempt of copying the Independence Day structure of its story. And then the first point was about, the first idea was about the metaphor of how I thought this movie,